look at these agreements, if you could call them that, memorandums of understanding, what does it say to you about the progress that is being made?
Well, I think the MOUs, the memorandums of understanding, I think that's the low-hanging fruit. I think probably the big ticket items may follow the meeting with Prime Minister Carney and President Xi. But I would say that in terms of progress, the visit itself is progress. And then the size of the visit is also indicative that this is far more than just smoothing over diplomatic and previous geopolitical tensions. This is a very significant mission with multiple ministers working up to the leaders' meeting, where perhaps there'll be an announcement about tariffs and counter tariffs and some kind of deal.
So what do you read then into what we have seen so far? Do you see something positive? Do you see real progress being made?
I do. And one could come back and say, well, they're just memorandums of understanding. But again, this is a multi-minister visit. And so right now, I don't think we're going to see anything in terms of concrete results other than the MOUs until Prime Minister Carney and President Xi meet. And probably the officials and the ministers are trying to hammer out an agreement on the counter tariffs on our canola and other food products, while we are thinking about what to do with the EV tariffs. As your colleague just said, we have to navigate, Washington, but we've also been freed in a sense, Marcia, because given what the United States is doing under Trump, we have several more degrees of freedom to pursue foreign and economic policy that benefits Canada first. And I think maybe we'll see a concrete measure on tariffs. Maybe the tariff will be replaced by a quota with an obligation or a condition that Chinese EV makers, and an invitation to them to come and produce in Ontario, rather than just a blanket removal of the tariff. I think there's, it's probably going to be a composite measure of a quota and a production obligation.
How much pressure is Prime Minister Carney under to deliver some sort of tariff relief back here at home in Canada, Julian?
I think he's under intense pressure. It's a brutal position to be in because Ontario is very exposed in terms of its manufacturing sector to the Trump tariffs. They're the most exposed in Canada. And yet the tariff on EVs, which we did in loyalty, in unison with the United States, that's led to retaliatory tariffs that's really hit our Western farmers hard. So politically for Mark Carney, it's incredibly important domestically to show the West that he's the prime minister for the entire country. And also economically, a lot of people are hurting in Canada, and our trade share with the United States is falling, and we need to make that up with the rest of the world. And China is one of the first stops. It's the second largest economy. For myself, I think it's the low-hanging fruit of it's the first stop in our mission to diversify our exports.
Interesting. Julian, thank you. Always glad when you can join us. Julian Karaguesian is the former special advisor with the Ministry of Finance.